Hello and welcome back to the Collegiate Live podcast. We're going to be talking about some updates in the college, specifically federal budget, the cutting down of some trees on our campus, and also the event that happened last week, Hungry for Campus.
Superman was released. Shall we discuss?
My name is Mackenzie Davis. I'm managing editor here, filling in for Mark Stouffer, our editor-in-chief. Today I have with me Ava West and Kara Davis. Last week, Interim President Triesenberg sent out a message to students and staff about some federal budget updates from the national government. Some of these included, and let me make sure I'm not saying anything wrong, students will be receiving an estimated $22.5 million in Pell Grants. Pell-eligible students enrolled part-time will have some access to funding, and full-time enrollment students will still be held at 12 credit hours per semester. All three of GRCC's TRIO programs are still going to be running for the upcoming year, as the state government is still working on their budget for the upcoming year. Triesenberg also reassured students that GRCC is heavily advocating for programs like Michigan Reconnect and Community College Guarantee and the funding for those. The college seems to be keeping students and staff posted on these updates, so as the state finally does approve those budgets, I'm sure we will hear more in the future. They also recently sent out a message about the cutting down the trees in front of the Library and Learning Commons at GRCC. They've been doing that this week. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
So I wrote a short story about that. And it's a couple trees in front of the Library and Learning Commons on Ransom Street. We actually, the Collegiate staff, we went and we looked, and they are currently being cut down, so by the time you see this, they probably will be all done. Yeah. But it's just to aid in construction and accessibility, and they promised, with the state, I think there's a law that for every one tree you cut down, you have to plant 2 more, so we will have more trees than we do currently.
I would expect them to put more foliage too once the library is coming towards completion for that as well.
Because it created a lot of shade, so
that's true. Yeah.
And for students that are walking around when it's hot out, that is important too.
And it just makes the campus look a lot nicer.
Yes. Yep.
So for students who are worried about that, it is a good thing to know that they are planning on planting more trees. I'm not exactly sure what their dates for that are.
I don't think I know either. Because of the construction, I don't think it'll be super soon, but...
Yeah, but the library construction will be continuing throughout next year. You said it was about 2-3 years, right? That they'll be working on that.
Yeah. Originally it was supposed to be 18 months.
Oh, okay. So now it's we're thinking 2027 or 2028.
I don't know.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
But there are still resources, obviously, at the library on the 5th floor of the RJF building for students who did not know that. And we also had another event this week, the Hunger Free Campus event. And we had our friend Kara come and cover that event. Do you want to talk a little bit about how that went?
It went awesome. To any of the speakers of the event watching this, great job. I enjoyed every second of it, really. It was just a very positive event. We were celebrating the fact that we at GRCC have committed to being a part of the Michigan Hunger Free Campus initiative. So what that basically means is that we have a lot of resources here for our students, just about getting the food that they need. It's possible for our students to sign up every week for an $11 meal voucher. Oh, wow. $11 is a lot of money. So it's really awesome.
Where do they go then to how does that whole thing work? Do you know where they sign up and then what food they're getting?
Yes, they can sign up in the Student Life office or on our website, GRCC's website, and it can be used all over campus at the vending machines. Some vending machines take it, but then also Quiet Cafe, Raider Grill when it's open again, Foodology when it's open again. You can use it at any of those.
Wow.
So yeah. $11 is
Yeah.
nothing to play with, especially that could have covered my coffee that I had today.
Yeah.
So, right, just very, very awesome.
And any students are able to do that.
Yes, any students, so long as you are enrolled in at least one class here at GRCC, you are able to sign up for the $11 meal voucher.
Wow.
I'm going to do that next week.
Yeah, very cool.
Yes.
So were there a lot of students at the event, or was it a lot of like staff from the student life?
It was a healthy mix of both. What really sweetened the pot for a lot of students was that they offered free food, courtesy of our dining staff. We had like sandwiches and stuff, and they were very yummy. But yeah, there were a lot of students, staff, just smiling faces all around, just happy to celebrate our hunger-free campus.
Yeah, I think it's great that they did that because I feel like a lot of students don't really know how that works. So, and you talk a little bit more about that in your article as well.
Yes,
So,
I do.
Yeah.
I knew that it was a thing, but I was kind of intimidated to go up and actually make it happen for myself.
Yeah.
But after this event, I feel like I know a whole lot more, especially because I wrote this awesome article about it. But yeah, I feel like now I really do have the resource I need to go up and work on this, you know?
And I think something that's really important for students to know too is that they don't discriminate. They don't ask you for ID or requirements besides the fact that you are a student. And so you can just go up to these locations and grab food if needed, and they won't question you. So I think that's really just a great thing. So you don't have to ever feel like you're, you know,
Right, like
being
it's a
targeted if
taboo,
you-
like,
Right, yeah.
exactly.
it's not. Everybody's hungry.
Yeah.
So yeah, we also have those snack locations all over campus. So definitely check those out as well, because we are doing so much on this campus to make sure that everybody feels welcome and like that they can ask for help.
Yeah.
So
For sure. Well, that's great. And if anyone wants more information on all three of these stories, you can find those on thecollegiatelive.com, and you can get more information on there.
On July 11, Superman was released in theaters. This is the newest remake out of, well, I've lost track at this point, but
4.
I think we're
4 or 5.
well, because there were the old film serials that were back in like the 1940s.
Oh, no one cares about those.
I
we
care
all
about
care about that.
I cared about those, Jared.
We're talking modern history.
Point is,
There's been a lot.
it's kind of divided the internet because you have the certain groups of the fan base who are just hating it on principle, and the more even-tempered among us who are giving it a chance. So, shall we discuss?
Of course.
Wow.
I loved it. Personally, I saw it on Thursday night. Yeah, that's unofficial like night to see it. I saw it in IMAX actually. It was so peak. I loved it. I knew David Cornsweet, Superman, from Pearl, and I loved him in Pearl. So it was really great to see
was
him
the
in this role.
illusionist,
Yeah, the
right?
projectionist.
Oh, projectionist.
It was awesome. I can't lie though, don't know much about the comics, but my boyfriend does know a lot about the comics, and he said very great, very accurate. I think it was awesome. What do you guys think?
Oh, I loved the movie. Probably the most comic accurate Superman we've gotten since maybe Christopher Reeves. I mean, saving a dog from a giant kaiju.
Right.
You know, most comic accurate Lex Luthor we've gotten ever, save for maybe John Cryer and Supergirl. I mean, they clearly took cues from Elon Musk and people like that, you know. They were clearly taking a lot of cues from our real world, and part of me wonders if that's why people were hating on the movie, you know, on principle. But yeah, it was a great movie, just great movie.
I totally agree. I've been seeing all over the internet, either people are like, oh my gosh, kindness is so back, because that's like the whole message of the movie.
That's what Superman's supposed to be.
Exactly, yes, exactly. He even saves like a little squirrel. It's really cute.
Oh my god, yeah.
But then other people are like, is this too woke? And did you think it was too woke?
Kindness isn't... I'm tired of hearing that every 5 seconds, you know? Like, to be kind is not to be woke. It's just to be kind, to be a good person. That's what Superman is. He's a superhero. You know, he does the right thing. He helps people. Like you said, he was saving a squirrel, you know, because the little squirrel was in danger. So he got it out of the way, you know. He was preventing a kaiju from causing unnecessary damage, you know.
Exactly.
Much as I love the Zack Snyder films, he was just barreling into buildings with reckless abandon.
Right.
You know, this movie, he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like...
I agree. That I was thinking about this during the movie. Do you think that their taxes would be higher in the city or lower? Because it is a city. It's like a New York City type thing. But also there's always disasters happening, and there's always like Superman going underneath the ground and like wrecking the sidewalk. Do you guys think that being in that constant state of danger would increase your taxes or lower them?
I don't know about the taxes, but I think your life expectancy probably goes way down.
Oh, absolutely.
Your life insurance probably goes way up.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like,
Yeah.
It's like the question of living in Gotham I always hear on the internet.
right.
You know, like, why would anyone want to live there?
Right.
You know, it's like you could just be walking on your day, doo-da, doo-da, you get flattened by a giant kaiju foot.
Exactly. Or like you're in one of those buildings.
Or
that
about car
Superman-
insurance.
Right.
You know,
Oh
like,
my god, the cars.
So many cars are
you
getting
talk about
wrecked.
tax remind me of, this is a tiny bit off topic, but Transformers Age of Extinction with Mark Wahlberg with like I think it's the Bud Light stuff, where he like crashes the alien spaceship and the guy gets mad at him for it, and he's like, car insurance doesn't cover spaceships, there's nothing you can do about it.
Like,
So like, is there like Superman or like
insurance.
superhero car insurance? You
On
know?
the bright side, Nationwide's making bank.
Yeah, right,
State Farm.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like a good neighbor.
State
Superman
Farm
is here.
Superman is there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But
Oh my
yeah.
god, is it the State
actually a
Farm
good
ads
question.
with Batman now?
That'd be so good.
Yeah,
personally, that would be the
Have
best
you
way
seen-
probably to.
Have you seen
promote a
those
movie.
ads with Bateman?
Yes.
Bateman?
Oh,
I have
yes,
not.
yes.
Oh yeah, and they have like SZA or whatever the rapper's
SZA,
name
yeah.
is, playing Catwoman.
Oh, I just know that's good.
Oh
Okay, need to watch that after this. However,
Right.
to pivot
Superman.
back, Lois Lane. I loved her. As a journalist myself, who's always going, I thought that her representation of being a woman in journalism was so awesome. She is she's a baddie. I love her. Yeah, and I love how she isn't like relying on Superman the entire movie. I think
Oh, yeah,
from a
we've
feminist
come a long
perspective,
way.
this is awesome. She's not just fawning over the superhero, like the main guy, the entire movie. And I love that.
I like how we got a lot of lesser known heroes. I mean,
Oh,
The
yes.
the Green Lantern, it
Guy
wasn't
Gardner. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
it wasn't Hal Jordan or even Kyle Rayner.
Yeah,
It
once,
was-
once I heard that he was in the movie, I was so excited.
Right.
Especially that it was played by Nathan Fillion, because I love
Yup,
Nathan
and he got
Fillion.
the bold
I've been
everything.
watching Nathan Fillion since Castle. Yeah, I love that guy.
Right.
Since Castle, I knew him
Since
from
Castle.
Firefly.
That's pretty good too. But yeah, like I'm Hawk Girl.
Hot
Yes.
Girl.
Okay,
Mr.
Terrific.
Mr. Terrific was
Mr.
a,
Terrific was
Metamorpho.
supposedly like one of James Gunn's favorite.
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Oh, he's great.
So Mr. Terrific being such a big part of this movie was like really awesome.
I got excited about that because the first time I heard about Mr. Terrific was actually in like the CW show series.
Mhm.
I think it was Green Arrow that he got introduced.
Yep.
And I loved him immediately.
Mhm.
So I got super excited about that one.
I
too.
was never the biggest fan of how they portrayed him in that show.
That's fair.
I liked him in Justice League Unlimited,
Mm.
even though he didn't have a lot of screen time in that cartoon.
Absolutely.
No,
He was really great.
What I am excited for is that I didn't see the movie, but I don't think they did like a full-on origin story, right? To build up all the characters, right?
No.
That's what I heard, reviews and stuff like that. What I am excited for is that they actually just like brought in these side characters, because we know they're going to use them in the future.
Right, exactly.
Like there is no like, and they might have their own standalone movies as like an introduction of how they came to be, but like now we're starting to see like an actual like, because Marvel did this a while ago, like they actually just brought these characters in, and they're like, all right, we're gonna have this plan set up to where we're gonna use it in the future.
Might be the time for DC's ascension because Marvel's is
Crushing,
weak. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because the last DC extended universe failed because we gotta do it now. We gotta rush, man.
Right.
And it failed for a multitude of reasons, you know, Ezra Miller. But, as a Flash.
That's good.
See, that made me so sad.
No, I know.
I liked Ezra Miller as the Flash before
I really
that stuff
liked
happened.
No, Grant Gustin.
Perks
Oh,
of Being
Grant
a
Gustin.
Wallflower too.
Oh,
Sorry.
yes.
So
Good
good,
movie.
so good. And
I always got weird vibes off him.
yeah,
You know,
really.
like I watched, what was it? We Gotta Talk About Kevin, and I always found him a little too good in that role.
Right.
I wonder why.
Oh goodness, we gotta pivot back to Superman.
Yeah, Superman, or at
Can we
least
talk
DCU
about
stuff.
speaking of crazy people? Lex Luthor.
Oh my God,
Lex
I
Luthor
heard he
was
did a
so good.
really good
Nicholas
job.
Hoult, so
Yeah.
good. Seeing him
Good,
from Beast to Lex Luthor, crazy.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
That's such a good
Completely,
trend.
yeah.
He's such a good actor.
He was incredible. If he wasn't being hateful, he was crying. Like, it's so good. He's, professional rage baiter, as I've seen
See-
online.
See,
yeah.
what I feel about Nicholas Hoult are just like, he's like one of those actors where like he plays the role so good that you just like, you know those actors where they play the role so good that that people hate the
Yes.
character and just
Yes.
accidentally just be like, oh, he plays him, I don't like him.
Right.
I love Nicholas Hoult. I have a feeling Nicholas Hoult is that guy.
Yeah, totally.
Well,
Except
it's-
nothing could ever make me hate my boo boo bear, Nicholas Hoult.
Well, it's funny because Holt rarely ever plays a villain.
Yeah.
And the guy
This is
who
just so
played
cute.
Metamorpho in the movie, Anthony Kerrigan, usually plays a bad guy. Like, I don't know if you've watched the show Gotham.
No, I have not.
He played
Yeah.
Victor
So good.
Zsasz.
Yeah, he's so good in that movie.
He always plays a bad guy because he has a form of alopecia.
He's just that guy.
Yeah, where he has no body hair anywhere. So people always cast him as a bad guy. Well, in that movie, they finally
Why
cast him
not
as a
have
good
Hoult
guy.
as a bad guy, you know?
Yeah, right.
So they like reversed it, where Nicholas Hoult, who's always a good guy because of his pretty looks, was the bad guy. And Kerrigan, who's always cast as a bad guy because of his looks, got to play a good guy. And I love that.
Metamorpho. That whole like storyline
Yeah.
was so cute. That made me so happy. I loved it.
Yup.
Yeah. But Lex Luthor was crazy good.
Oh, yeah.
I loved how many just jokes there were in the movie.
Oh, I
Like,
loved Eve.
Oh, so Eve was so awesome. Something to talk about. Do you guys have Spotify? Do you guys? James Gunn made a bunch of different playlists for each of the different characters.
That is awesome. I
Yes,
did not know that.
I have
I
been
like Gunn.
bumping it. Because, they're all awesome. We've got Eve, we've got Metamorpho, we've got Lex Luthor, we've got Lois Lane, we've got Superman, obviously. So
You're telling
many.
me James Gunn made a really good soundtrack for a movie?
Yeah, right.
The creator
Any
of Guardians
movie,
of the
any
Galaxy?
movie I've seen
No
him direct,
way.
I'm just like, okay, this is gonna be
Yep,
a
he ate.
banger of a playlist.
I
you know?
like James Gunn.
Yeah, Gunn never jams, is what they say
I'm
about
really
him.
James Gunn. I'm excited to see what he does with the DC
I am
universe.
so excited. And he's also bringing on one of my favorite directors, Mike Flanagan,
Yep.
who's done like Midnight Mass, Haunting of Bly Manor, Haunting of Hill House. So good. One of my favorite directors ever. He's doing, is it Clayface? The Batman.
Yes.
Yes.
Have they like figured out who's playing Batman
You mean
in the DCU? Not because it's not.
No, I don't know if
Because I don't think they've released that yet.
Right, but we know that Mike
Because they had
Flanagan
obviously
is doing Clayface.
Obviously Robert Patterson.
Pattinson.
Is like
Pattinson,
Pattinson, sorry, is the like that one
That's
standalone
its
Batman
own
movie.
contained thing, I think. Yeah,
Right.
I wouldn't be mad if they brought him in.
Yeah, right. I'm really excited to see what happens with this, and I'm really excited for when they do Supergirl as somebody named
I'm
Carolyn
so
Davis.
good. I am
Kara,
so excited.
I'm getting ready for everybody to start calling me Kara.
Yep.
It's fine.
I've made that mistake once or twice.
Exactly, I don't take it personally.
Apologies.
He did it earlier today.
I did it
so,
earlier today.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm really
Kara.
excited to see what they
Yep.
do with Kara, my evil twin. So, yeah.
It's so funny because that's not what she was originally called in the comics. It was Linda Danvers, and
Yes.
then they changed it to Kara.
That's so... and they did it for me. And they did it for
Autism
me.
memory. I remember everything.
Oh, that's awesome. Superpower. Yes. All right. Well,
All right,
do
well, I
any of
know.
you guys have any...
One question for you two, since you guys seen the movie.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, Iron Man and the MCU, like the first Iron Man movie, that was the start of it, right?
Yep.
How would you compare Superman, which is the new start of the DCU, to Iron Man?
I would argue this is actually kind of it lacks some of the like growing pains. Like the original Iron Man at times was a little. I hate to say that because it sounds like sacrilege, you know, like all hail Iron Man.
By the way, I have a feeling you guys aren't going to hate on the Iron Man movie because it's one of the best MCU movies and superhero movies. But I'm just saying, like, do you think that this Superman movie is on par with, like, Iron Man?
Oh, it's definitely
in the
on
sense
par.
of it's a great jump start for the
I
DCU.
thought it was a
Yeah,
great...
it's definitely on par.
Okay.
As somebody who knows nothing ever, it was really nice to
Yeah.
get this and, like
It's definitely
not
on
feel
par.
like I need to catch up. I
Okay.
It
thought
is
it was better
weird.
than
It is
Iron
weird
Man.
they didn't. On one hand, it is weird they didn't tell like they didn't show the origin, but on the other hand, it's Superman. Everyone and their
Right.
dog and their dog's dog.
Crypto.
No, and Crypto knows Superman's
Yeah.
origin. You don't need to tell Superman's
I feel
origin
like
for
they
the thousandth
fleshed it
time.
out a little bit, like in
Yeah.
the movie, but I feel like they can also do more with that later, which
Yeah.
I really enjoy.
Yeah, who doesn't know Superman's origin at this point? You
Right.
know.
But I liked it more than Iron Man, but I also just really, really like David Cornsweet. So, I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're biased.
Yeah, I'm
that's a
so
bit fair.
biased.
That's fair.
But that's just me. But yeah, that's my
Sounds
thoughts.
Do you guys want to say, like, go watch the movie?
Go.
Yeah, if you
watch
haven't seen it,
the
not me.
movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it yet, but I have to go
I'm
watch
actually watching it again this
Okay.
weekend, so definitely go watch the movie
I have to
because
watch
it
it.
is so peak. I feel like everybody should like something from it for sure. I liked Crypto.
it. Dude, who doesn't like Crypto?
Was based
Oh.
on
I
James
always
Gunn's
loved
dog.
Crypto.
Right, I know, so cute. Sorry, I like totally opened another can of worms.
No, we're
Everybody
good.
go watch Superman.
go
Watch
It's
it.
really great.
Watch it
Watch
twice,
Superman.
3 times, 4 times, 5 times,
Have a
100,
good one, guys.
1,000.
The Collegiate Live is the official podcast of GRCC student publication The Collegiate. For more information or to submit a question to be read on air, go to thecollegiatelive.com/podcast.